love, I'm obsessed. And I don't even feel guilty about it.
Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you all how I achieved these goddess braids. I'm so in love with this hairstyle. So I'm super excited to get into this video and show you how I achieved this look. If you're interested in seeing that, then keep watching. The fact that I even have the audacity to come on camera like this is wild. I'm about to take my scarf off because you guys need to see the level of the funk I have been in. Okay? So you might just want to mentally prepare yourself before I do this. To be fair, it's not that bad actually. I was expecting worse, but maybe if I take this up, you can see the real. So this is what we're working with. I think I look kind of cute. So it's dawned on me that I have a holiday in exactly 1 week's time. Yeah, you heard me right, 1 week. I don't plan on going like this, so we need to do something. I'm so obsessed with goddess braids / boho braids, whatever you want to call them. So I'm gonna have to do those again. I have the hair already, thank God. But obviously I've still got a lot to do. I won't lie, everything's been like super go. So I'm probably not gonna do the hair today. I feel like today I just need to breathe. So I'll be doing that. And then Saturday, Sunday is when I plan to get these braids done. Usually when I'm braiding my hair, I kind of have an idea in mind of what style I'm going for. I'm just trying to go for that sort of effortless, free, curly, messy, beachy kind of vibe. I'm sure you all already know the effort and just energy it takes to work yourself up to doing your hair. So if you're in a funk like me and you're trying to get to that space where you actually start doing your hair, then let this be a bit of motivation for you to get out of whatever space you're in right now and just get to it. The faster you do it, the faster it's done, and then you don't have to think about it for what, like 2-3 months? I cannot wait for that. So with all that being said, I will see y'all tomorrow. Good morning. So it's a new day. And you're probably wondering what the heck is going on here. Let me explain. Yesterday, I don't know where I got the energy from, but I've separated all the wee sections in my hair, hoping that it's going to help speed up this process. Whether it will or not, I don't know. I have done this to the whole of my head. So literally all I need to do now is add the hair and I'm good to go. I did also blow dry my hair because I wanted to make sure it was stretched for this hairstyle. So I would recommend doing that. My hair is freshly washed. As well as washing my own hair, I have also washed the braiding hair. One thing I will say is that if you can make this process easier for yourself, please do that. There's a few things I could have done to just try and make this process easier, I believe. I think one of those things is buying a three-way mirror. I still don't have one. I keep saying I want to buy one, and yeah, here we are without one. So I will be adding that to my Amazon list at some point. And also one of those stands, you've probably seen them on other people's videos, where you separate out the braiding hair, so then it's ready. You can literally just grab it and start. I've still got to do all of that, so that's going to take me some time. But you know what? I'm just proud of myself for actually making a start. These are also all the items that I used throughout this process, so it might be worth taking a screenshot or just pausing the video here and making notes. You might not need to use all of these products. I've been a bit extra with some of the items on there, like the flexi rods. I haven't used myself, but I know some people like to use flexi rods to curl the synthetic hair as well, whereas I've just added human hair at the end, so I don't need to do that. But I think it's really useful just to have a list of items so you know what you're going to need to achieve this look. As much as I feel like just procrastinating the day away, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to start, I think I'm going to start with the back. I'm going to aim to do half today and half tomorrow. That's what I'm telling myself. So that's what we're going to go with. And yeah, I'm probably not going to show you the first half until it's done because I just want to make a start. And then with the top half, I'll show you some bits and bobs from that bit. So you kind of know the process and you get to see the hair as well and how it's going. Okay, so I'll probably see you all tomorrow, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, how sexy do I look? It's the next day and I've made it halfway, guys. Good. I started yesterday at about 10 in the morning and I was done at, wait for it, 10 at night. One thing I will say is that putting these elastic bands in so tight did not help me at all. So if you are going to use this method with the elastic bands to separate the hair, put the bands in loosely, like wrap it around your hair twice, just so it's easier to take out before you add the hair, because I had some trouble trying to take these things out. This time around your girl wanted to be brave, so I ended up getting the hair in a colour 4. I would normally always go for like a 1 or a 1B, but I went for a 4, and this is not even subtle colour. This is colour in the sunlight. It is going to be brown. So just bear that in mind. I've come too far to turn back around now. So whatever it is whatever it is. The fact that we're actually getting somewhere makes me so happy. I just can't wait to be on like the last braid. There are 3 items that I forgot to mention that I've been using in addition to the other items that I put on the item list. So you might want to use these as well. Remember, these are all optional, so just use what works best for you. One of the first things is this, and I've been using this as like a edge control slash just something to keep the braids nice and neat. I've only been using this at the front of my hair because I don't want it all over my hair, but I would definitely recommend. I've also been using a crochet needle because I've been adding a few pieces in the front, like this one here, just to make it look a bit more messy and a bit more free. And I've also been using an old toothbrush, a really old toothbrush. This has been helping me with just neatening up my edges and just making sure I am able to grip all of the hair to make it look nice and neat. I'm going to be quiet now and keep going because we are almost there.
Because I love and I love and I love and I love you only. Because I need and I need and I need and I need you more. Yeah, you know I run and I run and I run and I run. Fly, we can fly in the sky in the night. Hold me in your arms and your love in your light. I'm on your wave right now. I'm on your wave right now. Yeah. I'm on your vibe now. You got me on your side now.
For my curly pieces, I'm going to be using this human-ish hair. I'm calling it that because it's not fully human hair. Apparently it behaves like human hair, but it isn't human hair. Previously, when I've done this hairstyle, I've used human hair, but this time around, your girl is on a budget. So this is what we're opting for. If I can remember what the hair is, I will link it below. I was initially going to flexi rod the ends of my hair, but I thought actually maybe it will look better if I add the human hair to the ends. Plus, I didn't want another job to add to my list of jobs, so I decided to go in with the human hair on the ends instead, and then try and work with it to make it look a bit more seamless. So I decided to add it on and then cut off any excess hair, so any excess braiding hair that didn't look right, and then glue all of that together so it would sort of stay in place. So I'm going to show you how I did that here. It did add more time onto this process, I will say that, but I did like the way that it turned out. When you're wrapping the braiding hair around the braid, it can be kind of fiddly, but you get used to it after you've done a few. Like, I got into a routine of doing this, so it was like pretty easy after a while, but at the beginning it will take some time to get used to it. But you want to make sure that you keep tying it until it's secure before you go in with your nail glue or whatever glue you're going to be using on this hair. I'd probably recommend nail glue. I feel like it dries faster.
I will say, and I'm being completely honest, this glue was so strong. I found like when I was applying it closer to my face, it was hitting me more. So I had to pull my braid a distance away from my face and then apply it because it was going in my eyes, it was going up my nose, and I was like, I don't know what this is going to do to me. So let me keep this far away. So if you are doing this, I would definitely suggest keeping your braid away from your face whilst you're applying the nail glue for sure. And then also, obviously, I mean, you don't want scissors in your face. So make sure your hair is away from your face when you're cutting off the excess hair as well. Let's take a moment in this video to break down doing one braid. So this is the human-ish hair that I used, and it's in the colour 4. And all I'm doing here is just cutting it off the weft and again getting rid of any excess hair. I'm then going to separate each of the pieces and probably get a few ready for this one braid. I think I added about 3 or 2 pieces to this braid. I cannot remember, but I'm sure you're about to find out. So you just want to separate the pieces, make them as even as possible, and then go in with your braiding hair. This was also in the colour 4, but for some reason it looked a lot darker than the humanish hair that I have. To try and make the section super neat, I went in with some wax. I just find that this helps to gather the hair a lot easier, and it also helps with any baby hairs if you're planning on leaving those out too. So I just put a generous amount on the hair, and then I also went in with my toothbrush to try and neaten that up. I've got a really random way of adding braiding hair to my hair. So I tend to separate my own hair into 3 and then fold the braiding hair over, add it to 2 of the pieces out of the 3, and then start to braid it as one. So one of the pieces should be your hair and the other 2 pieces should be your hair with the braided hair. I hope that makes sense. And this is where you can obviously add additional pieces of braided hair as you work your way down. But because my hair is so long at the moment, I've just been using one piece of braided hair and making that work. I also find that it saves you a lot of time, but just do what works best for you. If you prefer using additional pieces of braided hair, then do that as well. But I just like it this way, and I feel like it doesn't look as thick. As you start braiding your hair, you'll work your way down, and whenever you feel like you want to add in a piece of curly hair, you can add in a piece of curly hair. There was absolutely no method whatsoever to where I was putting the hair. I would just look at the braid and think, oh, yeah, it looked quite nice here. Should I just add it in here? Cool. And I would add it in there. When you're doing this, I would definitely suggest keeping the human hair, whatever curly hair you're using, to one side so then it doesn't get tangled up with a braid. It's so easy for this part to go incredibly wrong if that piece of hair gets stuck in with the rest of the braid. And then you can just continue to do this throughout the braid. So just add extra pieces wherever you want to add the extra pieces, and keep braiding down, and before you know it you'll have a completed braid. I didn't do any more than 3 pieces of curly hair on each braid, and there was no method whatsoever to the madness. I was just freestyling. Once you get to the end of your braid, you just want to add your human hair in with the braiding hair and braid it into that, if that makes sense. I hope you can see it better than I'm explaining it because I'm not that great at explaining. Once you feel like all your hair is covered and you've reached a stage where you can now end your braid, you can tie off the braid. So I did this by just taking a thin piece of the braiding hair, not the human hair, and wrapping it around the braid around 3 to 4 times depending on how I was feeling, and making sure it was super secure as I was doing that. So pulling it really tightly. And once again, you're going to go in with your glue of choice and just add this on both sides of the braid, not just one side, both sides. You want to make sure it's fully secured. And then once that's on, you can leave that to dry and it should do what it needs to do. This glue was really strong. I was very impressed by this. So I would definitely suggest using this if you can get your hands on some. And last but not least, cutting off the excess braiding hair. I feel like this is a game changer because you don't need to go with flexi rods if you do this, because the human hair will just do what it needs to do when it's wet, or you add mousse, or you add styling products, or do whatever it is you need to do to bring those curls back. So I was holding the hair up to the light so I could distinguish which part was the braiding hair, which part was the humanish hair. And then, I don't think I'll ever stop laughing when I say that. And then I would just cut away the hair that was not needed. And honestly, it made such a big difference. And just like that, we have another braid to the collection. Sadly, it's not the last one. There's more to go. But hey, I am tired. But I officially have 5 rows left. So what I'm going to do is come off camera and then I'll come back and show you the end result. This is the final look. And I am in love. I love the length. I love the colour. I love everything about this look. I am completely and utterly in a chokehold over Goddess Braids, and I don't know if that will ever change, to be honest. As you know, yesterday I had half of my head left. I started it at about 11 and I finished at around 6:30, so again a good 7ish hours on top of the 12 hours that I did the night before. So technically this hairstyle took about 20 hours. Yeah, go 20 hours. But for now, I hope you all have a blessed week. Make sure you stay tuned for my holiday maintenance video, which will be coming up next. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So I'll see you in the next one.